I'm Johnny Hamil, and welcome to Jammin' with Johnny at KCBass Stream. I have a unique way of life as a bass player and music educator. I felt like having a podcast long overdue. I'll talk shop with all my creative friends and shine light on things happening in KC. Well, welcome to Jammin' with Johnny, KCBass Stream. We are here in Paris in March. We just got done celebrating 94 years young birthday, and I've been here all week enjoying our lessons and conversations and arranging cool Francois pieces for bass orchestra for the kids. That's going to be fantastic for years to come. Um, I We had attempted to do this interview online, and then the sound quality got bad because due to the internet. So we're kind of repeating some of the questions as we go. Um, the first thing that I really want to cover is that I wanted you to tell the story of how you started composing for the kids out there. We all know you're a fantastic composer and all your cool pieces, but we want to for you to just tell the story of it was later in life that you started to really compose.
Yes. It's a long story. I am sorry to say that.
That's okay.
That's okay. Okay. But when I make the first record, it happened because um, it was by hazard.
Yeah.
I was playing with Charles Aznavour, the singer, and Quincy Jones was in the hall.
It's the Quincy Jones. For
Yeah,
all of you that don't know who that is,
yeah,
he's the legend.
yeah. And he was listening to us, and he say after he came and said to me, "You make a record somewhere?" I say no. He said, "But you played the bass with the bow. We never saw that like this." I said yes, but he said, "Make me try
That's a demo for
a demo. Make me a demo and
yeah.
send it to me, and we will fix something." So I go to Philips, recording Philips
Yeah. It's a big
studio.
studio in Paris, right?
To hire the studio to make it the how you call
A
that?
demo.
The demo for Quincy Jones. And when I ask the the company to let me rent the say for what you are rent, I say Quincy Jones asked me to make a demo. He say what? Who? I say Quincy Jones. But I didn't know who he was, Quincy Jones, in this time. And he said, wait, why you want to pay? Don't pay just a month. He go up and the building, and he come with the contract. He says, sign here. You will don't need to pay anything, but sign here. I say, what is this? He said, contract. You can, if it's good, we can make it record here. I say, okay. I said, contract. Because
So he did get you signed just by asking you to.
it's one name.
Yeah.
Sometimes open door that you don't even know that it will happen. All that it's hazard. And all my life it was hazard. Everything was hazard. And it's fantastic because after all you say, what is happening will happen. So I ask, they ask, what kind of demo? You say, 3-piece. So we choose 3-piece with 3 different composers. So I ask one here, and the third one, I don't have many composer here.
Yeah.
So I do it myself. It was
And before you told us that one was your brother that wrote a
One,
piece,
my brother, one another friend.
another friend.
Yes, composer, but and the when I make the demo, they take the la bande, how to say,
Yeah, the
recording, and they decide of upstairs. Everybody will have a reunion to hear, and they choose this composition, this composer. I say it's not composer, it's me.
Yeah.
They say, but we choose this one, the other one no. I didn't know that I was composer. I didn't know if I dreamed to compose something in my life. In this case, I decided it's okay. And
Go ahead.
they say we must make all the recording in 2 weeks after it must be done. 12 pieces. And I decide to make, I go to home and I decide to do just percussion. That means bass and battery, without harmony, without piano, without orchestra, just two percussion. It was my deal, my idea that is two percussion. And I began to compose. Anyhow, I didn't know how I arranged it because I was not any arranger ni composer. But so I did it. I figure 2 weeks after it happened. But I have the idea to make a recording. But here you have two pieces, how do you say?
Two pieces.
Two track.
Oh, two
track.
different.
Yeah. We
Oh,
don't.
2 tracks. Yeah.
Yes, in '62 we don't
Yeah.
have the video, the stereo. It was very new.
Yeah.
But to make a recording, nobody do that because it's two track, and that's it. And each engine, to record, it was big, enormous things,
Yeah.
And for two track, and the tape, it was like that big for 30 minutes. So I begin to, some of them are direct, it's okay, bass battery, but the other, I like to accompany myself, so I begin to make the
bed track or
yes,
the bass line.
the first track, make a variation, harmony, and when you record it, and after you put from these two track, one track for this and one, and to record the two of them in me in the same time. Sometimes 3, 4 times we do that because bass en fugue, it was 4 bass, and I didn't know that the piano tempéré, when you do a track to play after with this track, it's terrible because it's not like now you do the things but before you cannot slide because when you do the accompaniment you must play the melody without stopping.
Yeah.
So we cannot smash over that.
Yeah, cut, edit it
No,
together.
no,
It has to be
edit
at one take.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's done.
Yeah.
I become composer.
Yeah.
But before, and that saved my life. I was playing jazz in the nightclub, and I was improvising when I played the jazz. When the bass player improvised like the other instrument. So I was not composer, but I was improvising things. It's helped me a lot. So when you begin in any age, in any time, just consacrer, how to say, have a moment in each time that you play, have 5 minutes and improvise. Let your finger goes on. Let do what they must do. Don't think about I must play this note. No, no, no. Just let you a little by little you begin to make one phrase, and when you place the phrase, remember and try again, and you have the other phrase. So put them together. Maybe you become composer like that.
It's I say that, when you start composing, you probably won't think, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, but if you just and then all of a sudden it snowballs into something, all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, that's it. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So I like that you've said that to any beginning person. Not you can have played for a long time. Like Francois, you were in your 20s when this happened, right? How old were you?
13.
Huh? 30?
When it happened,
No, when you started when
composer, no,
Quincy
at
Jones, that was
30 years old.
30 years old. So he
Yeah,
was already playing the bass
sure.
for many years. So many people out there, you don't have to think that you're just born with it, and like you think Mozart or something like
No,
that,
no.
like that it's really important. And I think the most important part about that improvising is like composing, just letting yourself kind of almost dream, musically speaking, or doodle or write a poem or anything.
Anything.
Yeah, it's
And,
just
and, and I can say that uh, Yudi Menuhin, he liked to play and can improvise. And he said, I am sorry that I never do that. You must do that very early. Don't wait. Very early, you must become to improvise any note. One note, two note, three note. Uh, Just improvise. Hold a note like that, and with the harmony, and hold just now, and let the harmony change the harmony with a, and just keep the note. And sometimes you go to da do, and it can be with harmony. That is the composition. I think I saw him, Menuhin, play with how do you call him?
uh, jazz guy,
Jazz, yes, jazz
Stefan Grappelli,
violinist,
Stefan Grappelli.
Grappelli.
Mhm.
Grappelli was playing, but he was home because he know how to improvise, how to play jazz.
Yeah,
But and Yodi Menuhin, what he do, scales and arpeggio because he don't know how to build it. But he regret. Not because he is not capable, because he never done it before. So it's when you arrive too late. But I can say never it's late. Just there to come to improvise. There to let your finger goes and the fingerboard. And even if it's not correct, don't worry. It will be correct later. You must there at the beginning. If you dare, you will do it.
yes. So I liked that what you said was you you basically were playing and this very legendary producer asked him to make a demo. And did he ask you, you have lots of stuff like that? Or did you say yes? Did you lie?
No, no,
No.
no. I don't. He
You
said
said,
they say we are to have this composer,
yeah,
and the LP.
yeah,
It's 10
yeah.
piece.
Hmm.
15
This
minutes, 15
album's
minutes.
is called the
But I
the
don't. I
baseball.
don't dare to say
I
I
know.
cannot do it
Yeah,
because it's a chance for
yeah,
me to
yeah,
do something. So I go and compose, and I say I want to compose each things different than the other. And in a way, I don't want to bother the public. I like to make some things that the people begin to know what it's bass
yeah.
and what the bass can do, especially. And it's become a big big hit.
Yeah.
You cannot imagine. It's because of the first record, all my career goes. It happened because everybody was all the radio, all the TV, or they can put it like to illustrate this and that, and I do all the concert because I make one record. It's like carte de visite, how to say. Visit when I give you card, my
Oh
card.
yeah.
Card de visite.
Your business card.
It's the record. It become a business card.
Yeah.
Because when you hear it and somebody hear it, oh, I like to have him here. You did good.
And you basically, from that conversation with the producer who asked you to send you a demo, he did say trial, which is the same the English or the European version of demo. And then through that, he went home, he made the demo, he asked for two other composers, but then the record company said, we like this song, make more songs like this, which was his composition. And then you went home and recorded or wrote the rest of Baseball, which is all yours, right? And that album went big hit. It's still a big hit, but that he blew up. And then he just started touring solo bass after that.
Sure.
And so,
Because the never nobody hear the bass playing such a different sound, different possibility, different. It's like a demo. It's really like a demo. I succeeded to show what the bass can do, and many even the bass player be interested to see. Oh, we can do this. We can do that. They have after now everybody know everything. But I think it's time to know that more you begin young to improvise, more it's easy. And if you have chance to go and play with jazz musician, that is the best way how to learn to improvise. Because jazz musician, even not very high class, they accept your weakness. In classical, if you make a mistake, everybody, wow, jazz player, they are not that. When even if big musician improvise and it was not good, they don't say he is bad. He's not in the mood. And that's it. I like it very much because you can be in mood and you play fantastic. And sometimes you don't have any big idea. You play, but he's not in the mood. That's at all. And that's it's. I like the jazz player. What for that?
yeah. And I
The
was
spirit.
I would say that a lot of uh we even jazz, of course, is the pinnacle of making music up. And but I would say that almost like there's many forms of music that's the same, like folk music or
Sure.
Arabic music, that people are just
Sure.
they're kind of improvising.
Any improvising in any style, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah. So the nice part about all of that to me, as far as talking to students out there or other bass players, like the greatest thing about the bass is there's a bass line in almost every kind of music, and it's fantastic to get out there. And of course, that's your career leading up to the solo thing, right? I mean, you're playing with Charles Aznavour, all these great jazz musicians here. And before that, it was,
Arabic, Turkish,
yeah,
Hungarian. I was in the opera.
yeah,
I was in the orchestra. I
yeah,
was not, and any kind of music. That's the most important. I was very how to say a point. I like to play. I like to learn each kind of music. That's mean when you play Charles Aznavour, when you play Hungarian, the accompaniment is it's not no, but you must know how to do it. So the tango is different, the classical is different, the jazz is different. I don't speak about phrasing. Improvise, do what you like.
Yeah.
Dare, and you will succeed.
Well, I think that's I wanted you to talk about this composition thing because to me also you're one of the most creative artists I know. And of course that's from your technique itself is amazingly creative. Like some of people might not know, but Francois Rabbath taught himself how to do the new technique. He taught himself. He didn't have a teacher because he grew up in Aleppo and there wasn't any teacher there. So you taught it to yourself.
But if I have a teacher, I will not found a new technique.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem now.
And I think I just want to point that out because the creativity that you have, and like there's a lot of that in music, and sometimes if the if you're a musician out there and you're either hitting a wall where the music is not as fun, or you're frustrated with something that you're trying to get over, your own personal playing or something, the creativity part, like it's a super, just go to that. And so even if you're improvising or write a song, all of a sudden you're there.
Why and I write 2 or 3 concertos, especially the second and the third. In the middle part, I don't give like the classical cadenza to show your ability. Now, I give a part in 2 accords. You must improvise,
Yeah.
and that's I do it by purpose. Because if you know how to improvise, you put your personality on this piece. But if you don't know how to improvise, you just play the notes. No, I think I do it by purpose.
Yeah.
In each even the first record that I did, I begin to improvise in 1 accord in this time, and now the singer now they are singing with accord.
Yeah.
I invented that 40 years ago.
Mhm.
And free jazz in tick 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 tick. The battery.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I am free.
Yeah.
I invent the free jazz, and Ornette Coleman came after to see me,
Yeah.
and we became friends because he was looking at me of everywhere, and he catch me. I was in the 5th floor. He catch me and he said, "I come to the source,"
Yeah.
because he hear my record, and we was making free. We don't know each other, and we become friends. And this he catch me at 4 o'clock afternoon, and he come with the violin with the saxophone. I speak about it. I said, no, because I don't. He took and we begin to play. He put the recording. He began to play, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, the police came. Stop, because the neighbors was mad, and I understand. But we was like too foolish. We don't stop from 4 o'clock afternoon. We don't eat. We don't nothing till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. And I asked him, "Where is the recording?" He said, "I've lost it."
Oh.
Oh, yeah. He said, I don't know
We
if
could
it
put
was
that
good or not. I don't
put
know.
that record out because
Oh,
at the end the cops.
but we come here and we improvise here,
Yeah.
and that's I have it.
Yeah.
That this kind of recording I have it.
Yeah.
It's but if I didn't know how to improvise, we do what? No,
Yeah.
no.
Well, that's I wanted to get into your compositions because one of the things that's always great about your compositions is they all tell a story or you have a story underneath it. Before we get into we'll start with Retiba because that's really why I asked you to talk about this because uh, every time you tell a story, I hear another part of what's going on in your mind when you play it. But in the other thing, you looked at and said, okay, if I'm going to play Reba, and you've told me this many times, and you said I should pretend like I composed Reba. And
Sure.
this week we worked on Bach cello suite, and you kind of said I wish I could write like that, and then I wrote this song when I perform it.
Sure.
Like you have to be like that as a performer. And
Yeah, you must on a way compose again the same piece and play it in your own way. Because if we don't do that, the music don't exist. God bless if you have a God or the natural God. Bless us to be different and to be exceptional and to be unique. That means each one of us are unique in the world. Nobody can beat somebody else. And that's I discovered that very, very early. And it helped me to grow up all till now. 94 years old now. I have it in 3 days
94
ago.
years young.
But I still make progress because I don't compare myself to anybody. I say I am unique, and each one of us are unique. I respect any kind of human being. I accept him with his default before and after his quality. Like that, everything is beautiful. When I accepted the default of each one, after everything, it will be quality. But that it's fantastic because I respect the human being because we are different and I respect the difference of our ability. And it's fantastic when I say that, I say to compose, I must have a pretext. Like when Philip Smith said, "You give me that." I always think about a story to be conducted because I was not a composer. It's like it's having here, so I no. And Redpa, we was in tour in Africa. We was in tour in Dakar, and I was giving concert. And the embassy, we was invited by the embassy. Embassy said, "I'm going to take you in the desert to show you the desert." I said, "The desert? What do you get?" Say, "You have sand. What do you?" Oh, so next day in the morning, he took me to the desert, and we approached the sea very far. And after a month, the car goes down, and I discover a lake, big lake, with the color, it was rose.
And I'll put the picture of the lake up.
Yes, but in this day, the wind, it was very windy, and the lake was salt. And I think with the wind, it was like a foam, 2 meters high, and like that. And I have some picture, but I must find them. I was in the foam, but from far, the foam was white, and from far you have lake rose with the
The rose.
No, no, snow.
Snow, yeah.
Snow, I don't think it was a fall
Oh, yeah.
because I don't think about water. So it was a miracle. And the lake was very, very slow. Very, very smooth, very smooth. It was a mirage. I don't believe it at the beginning till I come and touch the water. The water very, very, very salty. Fantastic. It was rose, but really rose, magic. And that inspired me. I say I like to describe this beautiful thing, and the same times with the movement of the water. Ooh, 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 ooh. Di-di-di-da-di-da-di-da. Ooh. I came and composed, but at 6 o'clock, because I stayed there from 1 o'clock till 6 o'clock, and the ambassador said, "We must go back to it." But I hear you have desert. I hear build ding, church building ding,
Church bell.
from where? But the wind are coming so far. I ding, ding. I end. Boom, di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, boom, di-da-di-da. I
So
all
that's if you're playing the piece, that's the last part of the piece.
the
The
piano.
lowest note of the piano
Yeah,
is the bell.
and never in how to say in rhythm because dong dong, you know. And you cannot compose something bad when you see these beautiful things. So that's it. It was Retiba.
Yeah. Well, there's another part of it that you told me, which is very fascinating. But I want to make sure everybody understands that the song goes ba-doo 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 do 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 do, and those are the waves of the lake and how beautiful it is. And of course, there's a beautiful composition with the open E and just gorgeous sound. Um, and we'll definitely have it in the video. But
The improvisation inside.
but before the improvisation, there's the da 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 da
All
da
right,
da
all
da
right.
da, and you told me that means what happened during that part. You,
As he said, I don't know
you
what.
said the wind came up and you had to
Yes, yes,
turn.
yes, yes, yes. Yes,
So
that's why I have the comment s'appelle I hear the build because the wind come and we don't. It was just I can say 1 minute, but and
yeah,
you cannot open even your eyes.
yeah, because it's salt.
Yeah, yeah.
Salt's like getting blown
It's
at
a
you, like on the beach, the sand. If it blows, it'll get in your eyes.
but you
Yeah.
cannot. So bang, down, down, wah, wah, bah, and everything is. And I discovered again, everything was completely clear. In this case, all comment c'est, le sable, the
The sand.
sand
Oh, the sand.
goes and everything can be clear. And here and here I write it down, but I like each one can improvise a melody in his, because I write the melody, but here, or in all my piece, I'll do that. All
Yeah,
my piece.
yeah.
And I write it down my improvisation, but I wish that everybody can change this improvisation.
Well, the original publication, it's just two bar band, what you described earlier,
What?
which is E minor to an E6,
Absolutely.
and a beautiful piano part that's just an ostinato or just a repeated part, and then you get to play over it. One of my favorite things, since I was an improviser, I love the fact that there was a piece that allowed me to do that.
Bien sûr, bien sûr.
And I remember the first time I studied the piece with you, I said, the new version in volume 5, yeah, volume 5, it has his improvisation written out for you. And I said, would you want me to play that now because it's written out, or do you want me to improvise? And the answer is,
No, no, you must improvise. Yeah, because some like classical people like Yodi Benvin don't know how to do it, so I cannot oblige them to do. If they don't have any idea, they can follow this improvisation. But I prefer from far that you are making your own improvisation. That's me. You put on my music something new, and you become a part of my piece, and I like that you have your own. How do you say? You enjoy your own. The people can say, "Oh, it's he can improvise," and that's good. And way, I put you in at the front. When you know how to improvise, it's become you become a part of my piece.
well, it's definitely that's a good. I'm glad we talked about this song first because what you started this idea that you must feel like you composed the piece, whatever piece you're performing,
Right.
because you're the like the lead role, and
And when you feel how if you feel
yeah.
your improvisation beautiful, you play the piece differently also.
I I love to play it because every day I just if I'm playing that piece, I just improvise something new.
Voilà.
And again, we started this context with that idea of being your own composer, or at least putting some time in your practice every day for your own composition. Like it's kind of a wonderful thing uh, to have. So also if like you're building your own sense of composition style on your own, then you can also take this one as a good stepping stone for somebody who doesn't improvise as much. Um, Saying that, I remember the first time I performed it, and you came up to me afterwards and said, "Yeah, maybe your improvisation was a little too long. Shorten it." So that's easy to do when we're improvising.
Sure.
We
Yeah,
can we could go a little longer. So I find that I'm better as on stage performing if I always think try to not play as long as I want to. I mean, I'm feeling it, but like
it's very important when you be a composer later, even improviser or composer. You must never bother the public. You must think about the public. They are the one who came to see you. So they took a taxi, they buy the ticket. They are here for you. So you must give the maximum of them, but don't make. Sometimes in the movie, one image can change all the sequence. One image or two image, two frame
yeah.
can change all the. So be careful in the never ever let the people think about other thing. Always you must catch the other.
Yeah.
If it's too long, you will they become tired. Each things must be very important. When I give a concert, from when I come to the stage, I say hello. From there, they never think about other things. They look at me and share with me what I try to as to say to them. Share love and music, but love by the music. And in this case, you win. Each time you win because you come for them. Why you play for to play to share with somebody? So they are here, but don't bother me. Be discreet and very present and catch their attention and never let them go, never keep them till the end, and they will love you after.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that what I find is like I don't think there's a piece that's I mean I've studied many of your pieces, probably most of the pieces that you've written for us. You always have a story underneath almost every one. And that's really, really great because, you know, like they're so imaginative and creative pieces for us bass players, which is always great. Um, but I don't think necessarily you they don't need to know the story to play the piece well. In fact, you know, that's neat. But the main reason
I think
of saying the story to people is how much detail you give yourself when you write the piece.
sure, sure.
And so if they're writing a piece of their own, then maybe that would help them solidify it, you know, and bring it.
In a way, when I the all the music, it's question and answer. Everything, it's question and answer. But sometimes I imagine, or for example, if we took how we call
Uh,
it?
Lickery?
No, no,
Oh, Iberique.
Iberic Peninsula.
Yeah.
If you have the story, if you know the story, you play in on your own way the music differently. But you're always in thinking about this story, because I think about Shepherd. He is in love and he is keeping his mouton, what do you call mouton?
His sheep.
Sheep. He is in the mountain and with his flute and he sings.
He has
And
a shepherd's flute, so
the shepherd
they're out in the field
in the
in the
mountain,
mountains.
and sometimes he is love, but he's love in the town. She's not a, so sometimes he's alone and he scream Elizabeth or any kind of name, Anne or Françoise or
Yeah,
and the heavy echo comes. No, no, and this all the beginning. I begin to build all the melody in one question and the answer coming from far. Wow, da 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 da, and that is fantastic. And after a while, he began to stand up and to dance. So he began to dance. When you think, when you see somebody dancing in goes and around, you play differently.
yeah.
But
Dun,
it
dun,
gives
dun,
you
dun,
it give,
dun, 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 dun.
and after he turn, he fall down and again, da, da, my love. And he said, okay, when you have the story, you begin to understand better how to play it in your own way, but how to play it. If you don't have the story, you can play the note, but you play them differently that when that the story are composed for. That's why.
Yeah, I want to just clarify a couple of things in the Iberique, um, just for the people listening. So at the beginning, he's the shepherd. He's out in the mountain areas where there's an echo cavern thing. So the opening phrase of the original transcription, opening phrase, do 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 do. That's the echo, and he's calling out he's so in love that his the love is back in town and he's out there by himself with the sheep and he's calling out their name and you know just feeling very um, the love you know that's carrying him through the day the work day and then he and that's the whole introduction and the middle part where it goes dun 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 he starts dancing around you know because he's thinking about his love And then he starts to spin like and then he rolls down the
like
mountain.
dervish.
Whirlist dervish, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of out of control spinning. The really fast part, the hard part. And then at the end he falls down into
And he's still in the floor like this,
yeah.
and he scream again. Da, da,
Da, da,
da,
da.
da.
Yeah. And so
It's
that's
happiness story. It's
it
happiness
is,
piece.
yeah, it's very happy.
Yeah.
And that's really a fantastic thing because then you already have this journey of where the music's going, you know? And if you are writing your own song, having something like that as a blueprint is great. To play the song, which, you know, this one's, I can almost say that Iberique might be the your song that got played the most as far as like the kids, they just love it. And knowing the story, it helps you play the phrases better. And this is how we all got to know that there were stories behind the songs, is because you would always tell the story to any student that would play this song.
Yeah, another. This is very good story for you. So I am one of the people who don't like that the people kill the whales, and because they are they are from long time. It's from the beginning of our life. They are, and the people kill them, and it's very bad. So I say how I can do in my way. I write a piece, call it l'Odyssée d'eau, the Odyssey in the sea. And I begin to imagine how the whales can can speak together. In my imagination, 62, maybe before, because this one is coming after. I begin to say it's it's the harmony, artificial harmony, and it's the bass. Or I think the bass is the instrument who can imitate the whales, but I did never heard the whales because the recording this time don't exist. I begin to imagine, and when I do it, I do many track, put in all the harmonic artificial. Before that I start, and the things is whoa, the boat come, and the harpoon, all that
Harpoon.
is description of the whales, how they shoot in, and it's painful. So it's very and after I imagine all the whales coming and help her to go away. All that in my imagination. And because it's like a ballet coming and they go away. Imagine that when the recording of the whales, how they scream and coming in the market, the people for me, they are imitating you, but they don't know it was the whales, the real whales. I imagine it's hazard. It's like I say, it's all everything. It's hazard. I imagine without knowing by instinct how they are, and I knew also that the whales can come and help someone, some another whales in danger. I didn't know, but I described that so much that when you play it, you feel it. You cannot play it differently than in it's coming. They are looking where. All that is described in her, and after he shoot, and she begin to cry. You know, this is and this is the melody, the beautiful melody. She is suffering, and she need help. And after everybody come, and don't tick the dog, tick the dog. Yes, coming, but she have the the
When
the the
when you say everyone comes, that's the other whales. So the
come. Yes,
whales
sure.
were
They are coming to help, but
yeah.
the men are intelligent, and he is the most savage, I can say, animal in the world. It's human being. That's it. Because we have the intelligence, and we do in a way. If we don't have any force with our hand, we have a gun.
Yeah.
That's the human being. And I am sorry to say that, but I have a confidence in human being, because many people are not killer, but many people are, and it's very bad.
Yeah. And there was one other detail about the Odyssey Doe. It's at you said the first and it may I don't know if you just forgot or something, but so at the end it's all of the whales coming to break the you originally told it that the whale that was being hunted that's crying is a baby whale. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so then and then the whole pack or the family of whales come in and they break the baby whale free. And then at the end, the great ending of the melody, which is so much fun to play. So
da
it's,
da dee da
da,
da
da,
dee
yeah,
da da.
is them swimming back into the ocean where they're free and they have everyone with them. So it's kind of the victory thing. So it's really fantastic. And the beginning, uh, more importantly, I first heard the song and it's written in French, so I didn't actually know what it meant because it wasn't. And so I just saw the title. It sounds like you're underwater. Like it's so great. So, like that idea of you be that creative and just take your bass and how to make this sound like this. And again, having a story like that, uh, it's really fantastic for people to hear that at all levels. I find that the stories are fantastic to tell little kids that because some people just hear music and it, uh, they don't they don't get as creative as maybe musicians like us do. I mean, I'd rather hear music than anything. I mean, I love art, I love theater, I love movies, all that stuff. But music is why I'm a musician, like it really
Yes,
affects me.
but when the music can describe in the same times,
Hmm.
you feel it,
Yeah.
and the feeling is very important. It's very important.
Well, I mean, I should say that you're one of the great performers of all time, as far as like, you know, people think, oh, bass, solo bass. I mean, for most of my time when I bring Francois to the States for concerts, I usually look at dear friends and I say, I know you normally don't go see classical music or you don't just go see instrumental music. A lot of people only like words music. And I said, but this is different because you transmit and you grab everybody in the audience and we're all I mean, I have had out of body experiences listening to you. Like I'm out of my body just hovering above the concerts with just the songs until you're done. And you get me all the time. You got me here this week, just here in our and so you transmit something that's bigger and you catch people.
Yeah, it's our role.
Yeah,
No, if you want to play for yourself, stay home and play for yourself.
yeah,
It's all. No, I always play for somebody. even when I play at home, I play in thinking, oh, it's pity that they don't have any people here to share that with me. It's not, I don't play to please me. No, je prends mon pied. I enjoy myself to play, but I always say, oh, if it's I lose all this time, the people that are not here to share.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you've shared it with so many people, and we were very lucky that, um, Quincy Jones said, "Send me a demo," because, obviously, if you don't know, you can also go listen to all the amazing recordings where Francois was just playing the bass line to Charles Aznavour and all those great records, they're really fantastic. Um, it's very documented. There's videos of him playing just the bass with Charles Aznavour on TV. He was already famous and making his, all the money doing that. But the fact that he asked you to do that he said hazard earlier in the thing, but that by chance, he says, "Hey, what do you think?" This one person says, "Hey, why don't you do that?" And then you give us all this, and we you liberated the bass
yeah.
for all of us because it's really true art on the instrument. Um, I- I'd like to maybe talk one more story, which is the Picasso piece, because it's kind of great. Because I think that one's such a it's definitely represents Picasso, which Picasso art
Well,
is different.
this is the story. Um,
The story behind the piece, you could say how you met Picasso and
yes,
all that too if you want. But
I was with Aznavour, and Aznavour at the beginning, in 60, no, 57, 58, very long time ago. And he said, I was always with him because we was paid by months, so we are always with him. When he need me up, I am here to play with him. So we go and he say, I go to visit painter Picasso. I didn't know because I was coming from Beirut. I didn't know who is Picasso. Those I don't know. So Pinter, yes, it interests me to go to see Pinter. So we go and we go to his house in the south of France. And we arrive and we have one who he was taking in the garden. The house is there in the garden. He was working with the flower thing, with the un tablier,
yeah,
like a garden. So he was the one who take care of the garden and when we arrive, we say hello, hello, and he said hello. Well, and we goes to an interior of the house, begin to see, and I look to painting. I say, oh, this was fantastic. This is not bad. Oh, this is very bad. This is very.
and
I thought I can't say what, and the gardener
Gardner.
Gardner took my hand. He said, what do you think about this one? Oh, this one. And what do you think about it? And I see Aznavour from far say to me with his hand, shut up. And I didn't realize why he is making all this. I was with the gardener. I didn't know that he was Picasso. One, after a while, he took pottery. He make pottery.
It's pottery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, this is for your gift. I took the pottery. I say, she's ugly. He looked at her. You're all right. Pop! And he grows up. Aznavour was mad, you cannot imagine.
Because by
We
this
go,
time,
we,
people should know Picasso's famous, so what he just threw down was worth a lot of money.
yes, absolutely. We go out, he says, stupid, you know what you lose here? I say, what? He say, it cost me. I say, good. I don't know. She is ugly. Anyhow, the man, I didn't know he is, I am sorry, but few years later, I have phone call. Hello, hello. Here is Picasso. I thought this was a joke. I say, I am the president of the Republic. But it's Picasso, hombre. I begin to, I said, well, what's happening? He say, I like to speak with the honest man. I say, who is the Mr. Rabbath? I say, c'est moi, Francois. I like that you write for me the War and Peace because they're making homage in my at he was having 90 years,
90
90
years.
years, 90 years
Yeah.
old. I like that you write War and Peace and play it for me in Valoris. I say fantastic, but I don't. He say War and Peace, the frame. I don't know. I don't see it. He said, do what you feel. I said, you are Spanish. Okay, I will do that. I composed War and Peace, and I was not only the one who go and play for him. It was a plane completely full of
Artist.
start artists, and so I arrived. We land. We arrived to Valoris, and he was waiting. He catch me, and he goes directly to the small chapel. Chapel. It's about 7 to 8 meters around like that, and you have in the wall, not if it's a frame like this one, no, in the wall painting,
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
Here you have the pigeon, not the pigeon, silly, when the piece, yeah,
Oh yeah.
and all the other the piece, war and peace. And he said he took everybody out because the people was teaching. He could everybody asked, okay, because they know him. Was in his village. And we can see that because we arrived in the night, we can see that you don't have a light with the candle. You must visit with the candle because in this case, the image with the candle, they move. Yeah? He took the candle, everybody out, and he said, play. And he look at me, and I began to play. I play, I finished the thing. He looked at me with 2 tears like that. He said, I go home. I say, Pablo, everybody wait for you. We have 100,000 people in the place waiting for him. He don't assist. He say, it's for me, it's enough. And he go home, and we play the mayor and all this in Valoris with all the people was there. I play and everybody sing with empty chair, but it's something. That's mean. I don't finish that. After we do the same thing 2 days after in the Palais des Sports in Paris, 5,000 people. He was there. Everybody passed, but when my turn passed, he stand up and he said, "Bravo, Quentin." That's value. It's more than million.
Yeah.
The pottery he's thrown down, it was more value than that. You see, I think you must think about that. You must be honest in everything.
Yeah.
And that is War and Peace.
So it's nice that you have it labeled, War and Peace, but what's really great is, you have story in the actual music in the piece.
Yes,
So at the beginning,
yes, the beginning it was the war,
mhm,
the war, and because it's a band and I imagine everything. It's a the CR against the plane and the police boom, boom, so
yeah,
boom, down. Everything is
da-da-da-da,
imagine it, but music.
yeah,
Never illustration. No, musical.
hmm,
You describe when you know word and piece and you hear the piece, you imagine the war. You imagine immediately everything's going to happen just in hearing the music, and that's it. One, it's the dance. Everybody dance together and everybody happy. And when you see the Picasso Word and Peace in Valoris, if you are in France and you go see her, you don't lose many things. You will be very happy.
yeah.
No.
The introduction of the piece, though, you once told me it had something because the actual battle happens when you start da 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 da. That's after the
Yeah,
initial,
but
with the introduction is
the
something.
introduction, I was inspired, by what? By comment ça s'appelle, I write, I dedicated to Ted, how
Mhm.
you call him, the Rhapsody of
Rhapsody,
Contrabass.
yeah, yeah.
I took, uh, because I was, how the Rhapsody was in a way, I inspired the few things from the Rhapsody and I put it in. It's the same
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
Da, dee, da, dee, da, dee,
Yeah,
dee.
but one time you talked about like the beginning of before the war starts, it's like
Discussing,
discussing
like
and
that.
people getting upset with each other. And,
Sure.
what leads to war is the beginning, right?
That's it.
Like,
It's a da 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 dee, da 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 da. But always it's a da dee da da. Why are coming? I want to make. If you don't do that, rah, 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 always it's dialogue,
mhm,
answer and question. Everything is yellow. And after it's in the wall, whoop, and that is the end.
yeah,
I could, and God bless that everything finished with the peace.
yeah,
And I hope that this world with the Russian will finish with the peace.
yeah, that'd be nice.
I hope
Yeah,
because I imagine the baby come. You took care of the baby for 20 years. You have ill the thing. You must take that, and you passed all 10, 20 years to make human being. You don't have the right to have a gun and kill him. It's too much work. It's too much. It's a. I can say it's happiness. It's a joy. It's a miracle if we are living. If we live every day, it's enough. One day, see in with color. Here with stereo, feeling with our hand. Uh, uh, you imagine this cette jazz is this jazz. You imagine this dance, and we have more. We play music. We do that. We are intelligent. We have the conscience that we are living. We are not the element, but the animal don't destroy anything. Don't we must took the example. The earth make us to live. She give us a chance. Don't be worse than the animals.
well, that
No.
the ending is so beautiful in War and Peace. And it's also, the idea that, in your case, you arrived to Paris after World War II, yeah, and they were putting this town back together,
Yeah.
so you get to watch that, and of course, life came back because you got to play music and be around artists like Picasso, and Picasso lived through the war too. So it's a very, very important piece because some of these concepts are so difficult to understand and to comprehend. War is ugly and it's terrible, and you process it in such a way in this piece. It's really, really amazing. That helps maybe somebody who's about to do something stupid, like start a war or just get in a fight or do something, make a bad choice, and keeps them.
Another story.
Okay, good.
Another story. I was with Paco Ibanez and Franco died. Oh, quel chance. He died. And Spain began to leave again. And they organized a concert in Barcelona, in Madrid, and Barcelona in Plastic. It's 100,000 people, and many people, many singer coming, and I came with the bass and battery. And it's fantastic because when you play in this kind of, you have the speaker, and because it's outside, you know,
Yeah.
and they don't see you, so you are projected in a big screen for
Yeah.
20 meters. So let's see. Well, the one who is before it's singer, and they don't like him, and it was whistling. Oh la la! Go after that. Play the bass. Oh, you cannot imagine. But I have the experience before I played. I go out and everything that I play twice quicker. But the people was so impressed that they stay like that. They don't. And if you feel the head of the people do that, like see, it's bad. When they stop, that is good. And a little by little, I supposed to play 20 minutes. I played the 20 minutes in 10 minutes. Imagine how it was quick. But they like it. And when they like it, you cannot go out. Oh, tra, oh, tra. So there, one more, one. So I said, I want to go up. The people said, okay, great. I play. I came and the TV, I was so successful, the TV came and they said to me, because uh, um, uh, they said to me, why you came? I said, I came because now you can say shit without going to the prison. You say, they say, you are communist? I say, no, I am contrabassist. I don't belong to anything. I belong to the art and
Yeah.
to please people. But it's good.
What year was that?
When after the die of Franco,
60.
it's easy to see it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay, we'll look it up. I'll
Oh
put
yeah,
it in there.
yeah.
But yeah, that's great. Well, I want to stop. I want to stop because we have a lot and it's fantastic. But the last part, I just want to say that George, our good, my hero, my other hero, you are my hero. But he would always say that, and he told me this right away, that Francois is like a walking saint. And he doesn't want me to say that, I'm sure, but I think some of the things that you just said on this hour would that's what we all get inspired by, the stories that you tell, your art, and that last part of the role of an artist to help when things, you know, things like Franco and uh,
Yes.
bad things happen in the world. Art is hopefully there as a
It's time
public.
it's time that the people can leave with happiness and without worry about next day.
Yeah.
I think we must help each other. If the Christ came, the Christ say, love each other. For this word, I am glad that he exists. Say, help each other, love each other. Oh, if we can do that, everything will be fantastic. But just, it's easy to do that. It's easy. It's easy. We cannot take with us when we die a penny, 1 penny. So why we are accumulating all this? We want to power. Why? Love, it's so, you know that.
Well, we'll end with that. I'm very happy that we got to spend time with you and we could share these stories with everyone, and also hearing them from your voice. We need to do all the pieces stories, but I don't know if
One day,
yeah, one day.
come back.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye.
Hope you enjoyed the episode of Jammin' with Johnny, KCBass Stream. Please don't forget to check out johnnyhamil.com and kcbassworkshop.com to keep updated on what's new. I would also like to remind you that I'm an independent artist and music educator. I'll continue to shine a light on bass players and work to build cool creative community that does independent art. That includes my own. I deeply appreciate your support of the artists that are interviewed and to support the things that I do. On both websites there are donation buttons, marketplaces, merchandise, and like buttons. Every little bit helps.